Welcome to the conclusion of another highly questionable week. What do you like today, Bomani?
Looking like that Zika might cost us a gold medal in basketball.
Really? You're already doing that? Vamos, papi.
How should Kevin Durant feel about the Thunder trading Serge Ibaka for Victor Oladipo and some other guys?
Shout out to some other guys. I just can't remember none of your names. Anyway, Serge Ibaka going to Orlando. Victor Oladipo going to Oklahoma City, which suddenly has one of the most athletic backcourts of all time. But what's there for Kevin Durant to think? I mean, you can make an argument that this is a good trade to make. You're losing Ibaka, who gives you some of your best net ratings, but this legitimately seems like the Thunder trying to make their team better. And one more guy you might have to consider guarding from time to time, just to think about, because they don't have enough of those.
Steven Adams made Ibaka at least a little more expendable. You might want to be careful with some of this stuff because I remind you the Miami Heat drafted Shabazz Napier because they thought LeBron James liked him, and that's the point guard that LeBron James wanted. And next thing you know, LeBron James isn't there anymore, and they're stuck with Shabazz Napier who can't play. But in this case, what you have is they're trying to appease and please Kevin Durant, and this is pleasing enough. Even if Durant goes, it's still a good trade for them because of the youth and relative inexpense of Victor Oladipo.
Why would Kevin Durant give a He's going to be playing for the Warriors next year, right? He doesn't give a who stays or who goes, you know? I mean, that's it.
He's coming back to Oklahoma City for 1 year no matter what. That boy can count.
Should J.R. Smith listen to President Obama and put a shirt on?
All right. This allows us to play a montage of shirtless escapades involving J.R. Smith. This is where the shirtlessness began. Then he gets off the plane in just shorts. Then the parade.
That was walking with his daughter, by the way.
Yeah, walking with his daughter. I do feel like Gronk would do this the same way and wouldn't be received quite the same way that JR is. And here's the President of the United States calling Ty Lue and telling him, well, listen.
Tell JR and everybody to put on a shirt, though.
Okay, I will. I definitely will.
Can't be just walking around without a shirt for the
Yeah. Okay, I definitely will.
The whole week. Not Shumpert taking off his shirt.
Yeah.
Reed taking off his shirt. Come on, man. But I guess if you built like that, you know.
Yeah. I guess if you're in decent shape, you can do it.
That's it. All right. Take care now.
All right, thank you.
That's funny for a number of reasons, but to me the funniest reason is because if President Obama actually wanted J.R. Smith to put on a shirt, he called the wrong guy. Call LeBron because he's the one in charge there.
JR does need to put a shirt on. Like the picture with Shannon Sharp and Charles Oakley with J.R. Smith, where Shannon Sharp asked him before the picture if he had taken a shower before he could touch him, and Charles Oakley kept him about an elbow length away. Come on, man. It's time for you to put on a shirt. That being said, we need to remember, President Obama is the father of teenage girls who has worked his whole life not to have his daughter come home with no J.R. Smith. And here he is on TV wearing his shirt off all the time. Obama is trying to make sure all his goals are met.
Who needs a shirt? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
This isn't the
I'll
last
take it off right here.
segment.
Nobody
No.
needs a shirt.
dude.
JR,
We can't
you're on the
leave.
right track, buddy. Yeah, keep that shirt off, buddy. Look at me now.
No.
Don't
No.
do that. We got a show to do.
Do you feel sad for Boogie Cousins?
Oh, Boogie Cousins plays for the Sacramento Kings. Now, you always have to ask the question, who's getting the good or bad end out of that deal of Boogie in Sacramento, as neither of them has had much good happen to them since they came together? Here's Boogie during the draft. Sacramento had the number 8. They traded it for the 13 and another pick. They drafted an 18-year-old Greek center because it's not like they have a center or anything in Sacramento.
Right, so he doesn't like the trade, evidently, although he told Mark Spears of The Undefeated that he was writing about something else. It wasn't anything to do with the draft. It was a hot sculpting class, I think is what he said, which went off the board in what I imagine would be his made-up excuses. I do love the NBA draft is yesterday, and we can't figure out a way to talk about it. So we'll take this as the male soap opera. We'll take the Serge Ibaka trade. What else are we going to talk about other than to boo foreigners? I have a hard time talking about a bunch of freshmen I can't tell you very much about.
I love the idea, though, that Demarcus Cousins didn't even know when the draft was, but he was in a hot sculpting class.
What is a hot sculpting class? Do we know what a hot sculpting class is?
It all depends on the model.
Oh, God. Are we going to spend another season talking about the Kings again?
I mean, this is the only time we talk about them.
You're the one who always brings them up.
It is true. My father has a strange obsession with the Kings, and now he's sick of them all of a sudden.
Are you sure the 2016 Olympic team can bring home the gold?
I am not sure. They don't have the kind of star power that you've grown accustomed to here. LeBron James says he wants to rest. Steph Curry needs to take care of some injuries. And these new guys who are going over, Boogie Cousins and the rest, are going to be in a sour position where they have to win. And if they do anything less than win with no star power, we're going to fall on them like we did on some of those Vin Baker teams for not representing America correctly.
Yeah, the lesson that we learned in 2004 when, oddly enough, Allen Iverson was the pride of the team was that we just can't send any old NBA players to the Olympics and win. Now, the issue seems to be nobody wants to catch that Zika. Ain't enough off in the world to convince some of these dudes to go over there and roll the dice on catching that Zika. However, Americans are not the only people who are worried about catching that Zika. Therefore, this depleted American squad might be playing the skeleton teams from all over the world because what's thinning this team out is probably going to thin some other teams out too.
Speaking of depleted and thinning, Pau Gasol says he might not play, and Pau Gasol says he might freeze his sperm if he does play. I did not think I would be uttering that sentence on Disney television today.
He said that? He
That's
was
right.
going to freeze his sperm?
That's right.
Well, where's he going to keep it? Next to his ice cream? Coming up next on my son's TV show, we talk to Tracy McGrady.
And Oak was walking up and down, the aisle trying to find this one bottle. And that player had it under the seat because he didn't want to drink no more. Charles Oakley found the bottle, got it, opened it. It was a full bottle. Opened it and poured the whole drink on this player.
Joining us at the beach today is Tracy McGrady.
Three-time scoring champion. You can catch him on The Jump weekdays, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Let's talk to him. Tracy, what's something early in your life that you're proud of overcoming?
Overcoming? Man, I tell you, it was hard for me, my basketball career when I had my knee injury. Being on the top as an elite player in the league, and then all of a sudden you come back the next season and you're just not that player you once was. I had some dark days, dark nights, and my whole career is based off ifs. And, what if I would have stayed in Toronto with Vince and that crew? A lot of, self-doubt. Food doesn't taste the same. Moody every day you wake up. Just don't have that self-motivation that you once had. It was tough. It was extremely, that's probably the toughest thing that I had to go through.
How long did it take you to make peace with those ifs?
I'm still not at peace. I was with Grant Hill over the finals in Oakland, and we were sitting there reminiscing and talking about it. It just always seems to resurface, and I just never got over it. I mean, just the fact that the player that I really became in Orlando and who Grant Hill was at the time, I mean, that could have been something special right there in Orlando. But, we all know he never got healthy and he had the ankle problems.
What would you say is the happiest you were playing basketball? Do you have, not a year necessarily, a moment, a time that basketball made you happiest?
I had fun times in Orlando, playing with Doc Rivers. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint like one season was like greater than the other. It seems like all my seasons ended the same way. First round and we was out. So my season in Toronto, the 2 years that I played there with Vince and Charles Oakley and that veteran crew really showed me and taught me a lot, though. That was a lot of fun. It was very interesting to be Charles Oakley's teammate.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I was wondering if you were going to mention Toronto, because, what's it like? You're 20, 21 years old, and Charles Oakley, I imagine he's glaring at you and trying to toughen you up for calling it something like that, right?
Let me tell you, I never felt so protected, as a teenager, being Charles Oakley's teammate. We were like, me and Vince was like the little brothers that can run around and, smack people upside the head and then run behind our big brothers because we know we were going to be protected. That's who Charles Oakley was. Let me tell you a story. So every time we come to shoot around and it's 10 o'clock, the other team's supposed to be off the court. Charles Oakley will go to the ball rack and grab balls and start throwing them at the other teammates. Like, that's how crazy it was. So
to get them off the court, our court.
Get them off court. He started throwing balls at everybody that's on the court. Like, y'all got to get off the court. Let me tell you another story that happened. So we landed in Sacramento, and we had a player on our team that was from Sacramento. He's dressed up, nice suit and everything. And, you know, they had been drinking and having a good time on the plane and on the bus. And there was one bottle that was missing while we were on the bus after we got off the plane. It was a bottle missing. And Oak was walking up and down, you know, the aisle trying to find this one bottle. And that player had it under the seat because he didn't want to drink no more. Charles Oakley found the bottle, got it, opened it. It was a full bottle. Opened it and poured the whole drink on this player. I was like, wow. Yeah. That's how crazy Oak was.
I'm about to go check this roster and see who was all from
You're
Sacramento.
not going to give us who it is.
I
'cause
can't give you the name.
You left
do
it
your
nameless,
due
yeah.
diligence and find out who was from Sacramento
able
at
to
that
find
time.
out.
But did you ever make the mistake of you yourself going too far with Charles Oakley because you just didn't know?
No, because I knew how crazy he was. So every time we used to go out, and Oak will, you know, he's a drinker. If I see him on the other side of the club, I make sure I kept my eye on him because he'll come up to you and he'll punch you in your chest hard, slap you. So I made sure I was watching Oak to see where the hell he was.
It's one of the questions I love asking. Give me a number of times you saw Charles Oakley slap somebody. Now, you only played with him for a couple of seasons. How many? Give me a number. How many times did you see Oak slap somebody?
Well, I seen him. You know about the one during the lockout. I mean, everybody knows about the Charles Barkley thing.
yeah.
Charles denies that, though. Barkley denies that ever happened.
Well, I mean, everybody was out there and seen that. But listen, I tell you this. Tyrone Hill played for Philly, and I think he owed Oak some money. When I tell you, we're in the Eastern Conference. We played Philadelphia 4 times.
Oh, no.
I think it was 0 times he showed up to the arena. We didn't see him that season.
Are you willing to tell the story of the teammate who was in his hotel room that you saw climbing out the balcony because of an issue that was happening outside the hotel room? It'd be a good story to tell.
Oh man, that was one for the books right there. So we get back from shoot around, and I'm thinking we're in Los Angeles, and you know, this player goes up to his room and orders room service, takes a shower, and he gets a knock on his door, and obviously he has somebody else in his room other than, you know, the one that's supposed to be in there, which is his wife, and he looks through the peephole after he gets out of the shower. He looks through the peephole, and lo and behold, it's the missus, right? So it's the missus. He he's on the 2nd floor. And he looks, he looks and see if he could jump down off the balcony. And I don't know how he pulled this off, but the guy jumps off the balcony on the second floor, goes down in the lobby, and have I called one of his teammates and had his wife like come down and meet him in the lobby, and act like nothing was ever happening, you know. So the person that was in his room, he made sure they got all their stuff out of the room, cleaned up perfectly, got out of the room, and he escaped with this, you know, this scare of his wife showing up when he had somebody in his room. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how he pulled this off, but
Hey, I know you played with Spider-Man.
Who
knew, right?
No, it was Yao Ming. Clearly it was Yao Ming. We all know that. I can't believe that Yao could climb out and could do that. See you later. It wasn't you.
no, sir.
See you later, Tracy. Good talking to you.
All right, guys.
Gracias, Tracy. Gracias.
Thank you.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Your hand in the air and wave them like you don't care. And if you like fish and grit and all that, everybody, let me hear you say, hey, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
TV show is brought to you by the experts at your locally owned True Value. Do you question if this CFL player should be disciplined or applauded for his efforts?
All right, we have got Toronto against the Steel City of Hamilton in the CFL opener. The Argonauts, that's Toronto, they lost this game. What happened? Here we go.
Fan on the field.
Oh, do it.
Go get him. Who's going to get him?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yes.
Oh.
That is why people generally don't do that at football games in any country.
Should have hit him harder. Hey, man, let me tell you something about trespassers. You don't have time to just assume that they're out here just for kicks and giggles. No. They have to be dealt with harshly. Your friendly reminder, I'm from the state of Texas.
Do you know what sport has real streakers? Rugby.
Rugby has real streakers?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Remember
this is
There
always
we
funny
go.
right
That's
there.
the guy. Hey, we
He's
got
right on his feet, consider it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh.
That is good right there. Big Baby Davis in another country. Oh, we got more of this?
How do we have a montage of these?
Yes. Look at this guy. He's getting, man, these guys are not afraid of anything.
Absolutely disgraceful.
He's in the play. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
there we go.
Get taking a beating.
That's how you got to do it.
One of the players.
That's how you got to do it. And who's there sticking up for him?
That's his brother, probably.
Look at that.
He had a pipe in his mouth. Did you see that?
Look. Oh, he's back out there. There he goes.
They're fighting each other,
Running
and
to
the
freedom.
bandit has gotten away.
I love that HQ emblem so much.
Do you question whether someone should have a step in?
On what? Stepped in on what? Let's see.
Of course.
Oh no. Oh, be careful, old lady. What? Which
Just about got
direction
it.
is that going in?
Oy, oy.
Who's that? We got a.
So what is he going to do when it's time to change the tire? Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
What kind of decision making is? Oh.
The problem is you can't get out the car.
That's a tight squeeze.
Yes, I thank you, Bobby.
I know how that driver feels
yes.
because it happens to me many times.
Yeah, that's
You just
right.
gotta keep trying. Don't worry about the wall. That's it.
goodness.
You got it in. That's it.
Okay. Mildly successful. Half of your car is being. Oh no, those sounds are horrible.
Got it in.
Wow. It's in now.
All right, there it is. The
Literally,
success. That's
everything
Yeah.
broke.
Yes.
Like everything that you saw on camera broke in one way or another.
That's fine. Just go ahead and close that door and leave the house for whoever it is. That's someone else's car, right? That's not your car.
Time to play the game that is experiencing a nice tingling sensation. See? Or no?
Tell us what's on television tonight. He is usually
Is
intrigued.
that a spasm?
On Fox Sports Florida, Cubs and Marlins.
Sure, the Marlins are pretty good. The Cubs are the best. And let's check in with Javi Baez. Last night, the Cubs lost their fourth straight. That's hard to do right there. Oh, that's the ump getting caught up in the emotion of the moment right there. Because it looked good, and the ump called him out, and then it all got ruined by instant replay when they went back and made him safe. But Monty, are you intrigued?
You said the Marlins are good?
They are kind of good, yeah.
Oh.
A few games over 500.
Isn't that something?
Okay,
I
very
kind of
good.
forget they're here sometimes.
All right, Bobby, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very cheap because I'm telling you something. Wilbon is really crying now, because now the Cubs, they are on a losing streak. They have lost 4 games straight, and there is no telling how many more they're going to lose. Plus, they also lost Derrick Rose, the Bulls. They lost Derrick Rose. He went to the Knicks, so now Wilbon is crying all over the place.
Wow. That's rooting for another man's
Just
misery. isn't it?
gratuitous.
Let me do my impersonation of Michael Wilbon. First Derrick Rose, and now my Cubs.
Sunday on ABC, the $100,000 Pyramid.
Oh, I love this show. Growing up, my father was always watching this show. I remember as a kid watching this show. What is this? A new one. Let's see.
Describe these feelings associated with winning. ABC Sunday, Michael Strahan hosts the star-studded $100,000 Pyramid.
Describe being you grind. Butt cheeks? How do you grind your butt cheeks?
The new $100,000 Pyramid premieres Sunday.
I mean, how mad is Tiki Barber watching Michael Strahan take all of his jobs? Bomani, are you intrigued?
I am intrigued, though I have to say, as good as the $100,000 pyramid was, that interlude on that Dr. Dre album is very similar and far superior.
Boppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, that's not the way you grind your butt cheeks. You want to see how you grind your butt cheeks?
no.
Easy way to grind your
Hell
butt
no.
cheeks. There we go.
Hell
There
no.
we go.
Run for
There
your
we go.
lives.
There we
Run
go.
for your
There we go.
lives.
There we go.
No.
Stop encouraging him.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
We're not coming back. You hear us?
They're not coming back, so I got to pick up the pieces myself. Admit it. You like that.